Hello friends, it's Karla back today with Creative Scrapbooker magazine. Today we are going to make a beautiful encouragement tag, and we're using some amazing Art Impressions products. We have the encouragement sentiment set with all these beautiful sentiments. We've got the Hydrangea set, which is on rubber, and that will stamp just beautifully. We have the Art Impressions Encouragement paper pack with lots of beautiful papers. Lindy's Gang sprays. We've got Cotton Candy Pink and Tiffany Lou Blue, as well as Ranger embossing powder and clear embossing ink. And we have some scrapbook adhesives by 3L at Easy Runner. And we also have the Unity tag set of dies here. So I have die cut out a piece of watercolor paper, and we're going to use the unmounted Hydrangea set. And that just means that you're going to put that rubber stamp on a stamp block. I've got the Ranger clear embossing ink. This is a brand new pad, so that's always exciting to use. And I'm just stamping that clear ink, so of course it's hard to see, but it's a sticky ink, and that will allow the embossing powder to stick on wherever I've stamped the ink. So I'm first doing 3 of the hydrangea flowers with the leaves, and I'm embossing those, heating up that embossing powder just until it melts, and then I have an idea of where to add some more stamps. So I've got a single hydrangea here, and I'm putting that in between the other ones that we already had done and around the top. Again, embossing that with the white embossing powder. So of course it's not showing up right now, but it is going to create a resist when we start adding those sprays. And then lastly, I have a leaf from the set, and I'm just adding that into the bottom to finish that line of flowers and leaves around the bottom and the right edge. So as soon as that's all melted, then I'm ready to get going with some mixed media. So again, we have the Cotton Candy Pink. We're spraying that, as well as the Tiffany Lou Blue. So I'm starting at the top, adding some of that beautiful blue, and I felt like these colors really matched that paper. And spritzing them on, I wanted a little bit of purple, so of course pink and blue make purple, and they mix nicely. And I added a little spritz of water with the Tim Holtz Spritz water sprayer, which I'm really liking, and just sprayed that over to mix some of those colors. And I used the Ranger Heat It tool, and that is really nice for heating the mixed media, drawing your mixed media backgrounds. I'm really loving it. I'm using some of that ink that's left over on the craft mat just to paint in a little bit of those flowers to add a little more color variation there on top of my sprayed background. So you can see that the embossing adds that resist. Now I've come in with the Outer Space Aqua Lindy's Gang spray, and I'm just coloring in the leaves. So that's right on top of the dried background. Felt like this color really matched as well, those two, and that it covered very nicely. So here I've got my flowers colored in. I'm adding a few spritzes of that beautiful teal green spray, and then just softening that with my water bottle, and then coming in again with the Ranger Heat It tool just to dry everything. You have a lovely shimmer on this when it dries. It's so gorgeous. So now I'm going to add a sentiment to the tag. This is from that encouragement sentiment set, and I've got a Ranger archival ink, and that's really great as a permanent ink going right over top of that mixed media. If we did want to add any more mixed media, we wouldn't have to worry about it moving around. It's permanent and it's going to stay where we put it, and it stamps really nicely. So now I'm going to use the outside of that Unity tag die. It has a scalloped edge, and I'm taking a coordinating patterned paper and just adding that watercolor tag to the front of that scalloped tag. So we can just add that on. Then this tag set comes with a little reinforcer, and I was able to cut out a piece of coordinating paper from the encouragement paper pad and just make a mark with a pencil where I want my hole to be. And I'm coming in with the crocodile hole puncher to punch the hole, and then that reinforcer can just simply layer over the hole. And here I have the Olfa Craft scissors and a little bit of some string here, some embroidery floss, and I'm just trimming that to fit on the top of the tag. And there we have our beautiful shimmery tag with such a lovely heartfelt sentiment. So thank you so much for taking your time to hang out with us today, and I hope that you check out these products and have a very crafty day. Bye.